Hey, people, delighted to be here to say Happy New Year to you. I'm at the tail end of what has been a very debilitating virus, in that it's had me in bed for about 10 days all over the Christmas period. Quite ironic when I was making videos about Let Love Lead the Way and Restore Me to Balance. And of course, love always leads the way. So when I found myself feeling too ill to do anything over Christmas, I did get curious. And I guess because it was a time where I was so excited about spending time with my kids and seeing my children. And it was almost as they were arriving that I was starting to feel really unwell. And when I started to have conversations with Spirit, a few things came back to me very clearly. And one was, Spirit said to me, you've got to start saying yes when you mean yes and no when you mean no. And that I've got to give myself time before I respond or react to something. I was also told that I was full, full of emotion, full of energy in motion, unprocessed emotions. And that really resonated because it felt like that. It felt like there was a lot of old stuff that was coming up. And I guess one of the emotions that I would have identified with was a sense of guilt. One of my daughters had had a recent diagnosis of autism, and often difficult to detect in girls. And I guess I moved into this place, even though my logical mind, knows I didn't cause it. There's a place in me, that was going, why didn't I notice earlier? Why didn't I do this? What would her life have been like had we recognized it at a different stage? And Spirit always tells me that everything is happening in divine and perfect order, and now is, the time for her to know. However, there is, another part of me, the ego, that this set of beliefs or constructs that, just went into a swirl. And so this, full emotion, turns into the body, just saying no and breaking down. And interestingly, this is the book my husband bought me for Christmas. I don't know, can you see that? Can you see it? And the body says no, which is hilarious. I read this book a couple of years ago, but I read it in relation to clients. I thought, this is great. This will give me a deeper understanding working with clients. And I didn't really think about it too much in relation to myself. So, of course, it's a fantastic read to have right now, The Cost of Hidden Stress. So I guess why I'm coming on is to really look at the importance of presencing how we're feeling, of allowing it time and allowing it space, recognizing that it's not who you are, but that it is something that's moving through you, and just to give it what it needs. And that if you do find yourself knocked out, it's not about judgment. So it's not saying, oh, I caused myself to have a virus because I didn't, work with my emotion enough. It's not about that, but it is recognizing that, not everybody picks up a virus. So if there was a person in the room carrying a virus and 10 people walked into the room, all 10 people will not pick up that virus. So there has to be conditions, there has to be, the right conditions within yourself to get that virus. And one of those conditions can be this, denial of self, this not taking care of yourself, this not taking responsibility for your emotions, and just being able to say no. People pleasing is such a disease, and it's an epidemic. And martyrdom does not serve anyone. And if I'm to make any sort of a resolution this year, it's to do that pause. And I really suggest this for everybody. When somebody asks you to do something or to be somewhere, just pause and say, can I get back to you? And then take it to Spirit. Spirit will always guide you in the right direction. And ask, is this mine to do? Is this something I need to do? Is this going to serve the highest good of all? Because, you know, I've done so many things in my life, and underneath I'm kind of going, oh, I had other plans. Oh, I wish I hadn't said yes. Oh, I can't say no. Feck that. It doesn't work. It doesn't serve anyone. So when you're asked to do something, take it to spirit. Is this mine to do? Is this going to serve the highest good of all? You know, and often saying no to someone is the greatest gift you can give them. And we never know a knock-on effect. But what I do know is if we live in our truth, if we honor what's right for us, it's always right for the other person as well. And, you know, here I am preaching this, but this year I'm actually really going to step into this fully so that I can own it as I say it. So from my heart to yours, whatever your resolution is, let the priority be loving yourself, honoring yourself, and saying yes to love and what love would have you do, not what the ego would have you do. From my heart to yours, take care.